up, you guys? Sham Nichelle here with another video. So today we are going to talk about the truth about law school. And by truth, I don't mean the stuff that you see on TV shows like Suits and How to Get Away with Murder. I mean the real truth and nothing but the truth. So I do have some notes here and I wrote a lot of stuff down and we are just going to dive into it. So the number one truth about law school is yes, it's hard. So here's why. So in law school, everyone is smart. And I don't mean to say that to bash you, like people in college or whatever, but in law school, you're all essentially on the same level. So you're competing against people of the same level. That makes it harder. And not only does that make it harder, but the fact that you are competing for, grades, because most, if not all, schools are graded on a curve. And on top of that, you get one test. So there is a lot of pressure that comes into play. So you have, everyone's smart, you're graded on a curve, one test determines your entire fate. That's a lot. So yeah, definitely hard. And then a lot of people like myself, I had to readjust to my way of studying. Wait, let me rewind. So for those of you that don't know me or know my background, I have been practicing law for 3 years now. I started out my career in New Jersey practicing family law, and then me and my husband moved to North Carolina, where I actually pursued my passion of real estate law. So I went to school, I kind of specialized, or I concentrated my studies in real estate because real estate is what I really liked. Okay, so fast forward back to what we were talking about. So now that we got all of the intros out the way, a lot of students like myself, I had to readjust my way of studying, because honestly in college I didn't do too much studying, and that's being really honest. I was a political science major and I was really good at paying attention in class for one, and most of our tests were essays. I'm really good at writing essays and essentially regurgitating what the teachers want to hear. Somehow or another that didn't translate very well to law school, because I never had to study in college. So in law school I actually had to study, I had to do the readings, so I had to figure out what way of studying worked best for me. Was it, reviewing outlines? Was it flashcards? Was it a combination of the two? So I wrote all of my notes on the computer, and what worked for me as far as studying was essentially transcribing them in actual print and writing them out, and that's how I remember things. So I was not a big flashcard person. I didn't like using other people's outlines, and I didn't think creating my own outlines really worked for me. So really going over my notes, rewriting them, and that's how I remembered. So that's another reason that makes law school hard. You have to relearn or readjust your way of learning. So number two, truth about law school, it is definitely geared, and this is just in my opinion, it is geared towards litigation. People that want to, be in court, fighting cases, criminal law, personal injury, even intellectual property. Those types of subject matters are very litigation driven. I myself was not the type of person, I didn't want anything to do with litigation. I am a transactional kind of person. That's another reason why real estate appealed to me, because I don't like public speaking, I don't like writing briefs, I don't like doing legal research, all the things that encompass litigation. I didn't like it. And law school is very driven towards litigation. Even things such as like law review and the different activities that they have, extracurricular activities that they have for you to do, I feel like were really litigation based, and that's not what I was looking for. So that might be something it was something that I had to get past. And a lot of the classes are going to be, you know, litigation based, because you're finding or you're regurgitating the issue, the rule, the reasoning, the analysis. And it's not for me. I really love what I do, and I don't do any litigation. So number 3 reason law school, or the third truth about law school is law school does not teach you how to practice law. Law school, here's a good example. So you know you have street smarts and you have book smarts. Law school teaches you how to be book smart, but it doesn't teach you how to be street smart. So it does not give you realistic expectations of how practicing law is going to be. And that's what your internships and externships and summer jobs are supposed to help you do. I remember starting in family law. Yeah, I knew how to write briefs, but writing briefs in practice is different than writing briefs in law school, in my opinion. And I feel like law school did not prepare me for a lot of things that I do in practice now. So, and you can ask most lawyers, I think it's a very large consensus that we all feel law school definitely does not prepare you for what you're going to do in practice. And the number 4 truth about law school, and this is at no surprise to anyone, law school is expensive. And the decision to go to law school should not be taken lightly. You should definitely consider all of your options before deciding whether or not you want to go to law school, because it is a commitment. It is not something at all that you should take lightly. Student loans are no joke, and we all know that. We all see what's going on in the world and how students now are in the most debt they have ever been. So law school, you have to weigh the pros and cons. Like you should not walk in there just willy-nilly, like, I'm gonna go to law school. And granted, that's kind of what I did, sort of. I wanted to be an attorney my entire life. Like, you could ask me at the age of 5, I knew I wanted to be an attorney. Now, what type of attorney did I want to be? I had no idea, but I knew that this was the life for me, and it's what I wanted to do. So you have to know that you know that you know that you know that going to law school is really what you want to do, because once you take that leap, like, there's no going back. That money, you can't give it back, or you can't get it back. Once you get that loan, you're required to pay it back. So definitely think about it before you dive into deciding whether or not you want to go to law school. Law school was great. Like, I have no regrets as far as going to law school, because I am doing what I love, and that's all I ever wanted in life, really, is to do what I love. So thanks guys for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.